Saffron is one of the most expensive spices in the world, but it's easy to grow at home. In this video, we will show you how. Growing saffron at home is incredibly satisfying, and all you need are a few simple tips to supply your family with the freshest, most flavorful saffron imaginable. Subscribe and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from urban gardening. Saffron plant grows from the crocus corm. These corms should be purchased fresh just prior to planting. You can order them online from seedsandpots.com or buy them from a local nursery. When it comes to soil, saffron grows well in rich, loamy and sandy soils. For that, use a mix of 50% garden soil, 30% vermicompost and 20% river sand or perlite. Mix well before using it. Heavy clay soils must be avoided as these soils are not suitable. Choose a big pot that will give saffron bulbs plenty of room to expand and flourish. In order to avoid waterlogging, make sure the pots have drainage holes at the bottom. Cover holes with small stones as these will drain excess water but prevent the soil from falling out. Fill the pot with the soil mix, leaving some space at the top. Crocus bulbs can die if they become waterlogged, so you need soil that drains effectively. Position each corm with the flat bottom part down and pointy end up. Press the bulbs about 2 inches deep into the soil with the pointed ends facing upward. Plant your saffron bulbs around 3 to 5 inches apart from one another and cluster them in groups of 5 to 8. When planting saffron bulbs, adding organic fertilizer to the soil is very beneficial. Make sure that the tips of the corms remains just above the soil. Water the saffron bulbs immediately after planting and maintain moist but not waterlogged soil. Initial watering is extremely important because that is what helps break the dormancy of the corms. After that, you only need to water the corms every 4 to 5 days. Saffron plants grow in full sunlight. Put the pots somewhere that get at least 4 to 6 hours a day of direct sunlight. Normally, after 12 to 15 days, shoots will start to pop up. Preventing corm rot and root rot typically involves judicious watering and planting in well-drained soil. A few weeks after planting, the first thin grassy foliage will appear. After they have established, you could give them fertilizer if you want, but under ideal circumstances, they probably won't need any further fertilizer. After the foliage is established, the saffron crocus bulbs will send up numerous pale purple flower buds. Once buds are visible, it is important to keep the soil moist but not waterlogged. They don't often require a lot of irrigation as one might anticipate from a plant that is commonly cultivated in dry areas. Water only when top layer of the soil is completely dry. It takes 6 to 8 weeks from planting for the first flowers to appear, but once they get started, the flowers keep coming steadily for about 3 to 4 weeks. Saffron plants thrive in a cool, dry environment, so aim for a saffron growing temperature range of 15 to 25 degrees Celsius during the day and slightly cooler temperatures at night. Despite its pleasant aroma and lovely bloom, the part of the plant that is most desirous is the 3 burnt orange female organs called stigmas, which become the resulting spice. Since only 3 stigmas are produced by each bloom, carefully remove the threads with tweezers. Harvesting saffron involves carefully plucking the stigmas from the pointy flowers. Use your fingers or a tweezer to remove the stigmas. In the center of each flower, you should find 3 orange-red stigmas. You run the danger of receiving a poor harvest if your plants don't receive at least 4 to 6 hours of direct sunlight during bloom time. Each comb or bulb will only produce 3 to 5 flowers, and each flower will only produce 3 saffron stigmas. Lay out the harvested stigmas on a paper towel to dry out thoroughly for a few days in a warm, dry place. After harvesting threads, remove flowers from the plants to encourage more blooms. Removal of flowers directs energy into stronger growth and more flowers. The harvest season of saffron lasts for just 3 to 4 weeks, and during this phase, each plant will produce 3 to 6 flowers. Saffron bulbs can die if they become waterlogged, so you need soil that drains effectively. These tiny threads are incredibly flavorful, and there is a reason that saffron is the world's most expensive spice. To ensure maximum flavor and freshness, it's recommended to use saffron within 6 months of harvesting. The saffron plants will only be visible for a brief winter growing season, and after a few months they will go dormant again until the following winter. The blossoms fade in 2 to 3 days, so the threads must be immediately harvested and preserved. Due to the limited amount of saffron spice produced per plant and the labor-intensive manual harvesting process, saffron is very expensive. Dried saffron should be kept in a cool, dry place. Saffron can be stored in an airtight container for up to 3 to 5 years.